Have you ever thought about why some men can easily get a woman's attention? Not their looks, money, or status, but how they talk about their value. A secret weapon that men possess is capable of causing women to yearn for them, despite the fact that they may not be present presently. Pay close attention because what I'm about to say will change the way you talk to women forever. Number 1. The power of first impressions sets the stage for long-lasting attraction. High-value men use first impressions to make women want to be with them, but most men get it wrong. They focus too much on trying to impress a woman right away, whether it's through looks, stories, or charm. But high-value men know that first impressions are important. Men know that the goal of the first talk isn't to win her over, but to leave a lasting impression on her. How these guys make a woman feel during their first meeting is the real key. Important men know that women are much more emotionally aware than males are. They can pick up on small cues like your energy, tone of voice, and body language before you even say a word. This means that how you carry yourself before you say a word determines whether she'll think about you long after the conversation is over. It's not possible to fake confidence. It comes from how you see yourself and your place in the world. When a man enters any scenario, he knows he is valuable. His back is straight, he moves slowly, and his speech is calm. When he talks, he's not trying to rush through lines or fill the space with words. Every word he says is on purpose. Slowing down does something powerful. It makes her pay attention. When you speak slowly and with confidence, it tells her subconscious mind that you're in charge. Speaking with confidence doesn't require loudness or strength, but rather, it requires a measured and purposeful approach. Women naturally like men who don't feel like they have to prove themselves all the time. If you use silence properly, it can be one of your best qualities. Men of high value aren't afraid of pauses in conversation. When there's silence, it gives the woman time to think about and internalize what you just said. It creates a void that she'll want to fill, and most of the time, she'll want to keep talking just to impress you. Having mental control is appealing. Women naturally seek stability and safety in men. Men of high value show that they are emotionally stable by keeping their emotions in check. If she makes a joke or a light challenge, don't get angry or defensive. Instead, respond with a smile. I admire men can laugh it off or even make it a relaxing task for themselves. This demonstrates to her that you are not easily intimidated, which enhances your attractiveness. Emotional resilience means you can deal with stress, which is a quality that women subconsciously look for in a partner. Every conversation is a chance for a high-value man to show his emotional maturity, and that's what makes an impression. If you remain non-reactive, she will begin to perceive you as distinct from other men who are eager to please or quick to react defensively. You're calm, collected, and most importantly, confident. Important. It's not necessary for men to make big moves to stand out. They know that small acts, like shaking her hand, say more than words. If you want to make a favorable impression on a woman, pay attention to your body language. Women often read men's body language more than they realize. High-value men show warmth and control through small, deliberate gestures like keeping eye contact, nodding to show you're listening, or keeping your hands relaxed and not fidgeting. The puzzle people often overshare on social media in today's dating world, undervaluing the art of mystery. High-value men know that giving away too much too soon takes away the excitement and intrigue of the interaction. Being slightly mysterious works because women naturally gravitate towards things they don't fully understand. The psychology behind this is simple. Our brains want answers when something is unknown or only partially revealed. We obsess over things that aren't clear because we want to figure them out. High-value men take advantage of this by giving her just enough information at the start of a conversation to get her interested. There was interest, but not enough to make her happy. If she asks, "What do you do for a living?" a good-looking man might say, "It's a bit complicated, but I enjoy it." This succinct response piques her curiosity, thereby intensifying her longing for his company. On purpose uncertainty. It's crucial to exercise caution when dealing with uncertainty in this context. A very good deal. Men don't avoid questions because they find them annoying. Instead, they use ambiguity to keep the conversation going. Say, "I've been working on an exciting project that I'll tell you about sometime." If she asks about your hobbies or free time, this leaves her curious about the project, piques her interest, and makes her eagerly anticipate the next conversation, eager to hear the story. Being mysterious isn't about being sneaky, though. It's about giving something a lot of meaning and value. Men know that they don't have to tell a woman everything about their lives to get her excited. In fact, the less you tell her, the more she will fill in the gaps with her own thoughts. And this is a common occurrence. If you remain silent for an extended period, her imagination will transform you into a more captivating figure than you could ever be by yourself. Some people maintain their mystery by knowing when to remain silent in various situations. Some people don't like being alone, but high-value guys like it when there is silence. They let the tension build up because if you're always talking, you don't give her time to think about how she's feeling. Important men will pause after you say or ask something particularly interesting. These short breaks not only make you seem sure of yourself, but they also build tension. Imagine asking her a deep or thought-provoking question and then not following up right away. Letting the silence linger forces her to think about the conversation more deeply, creating a moment of intimacy that words can't provide. She'll remember that conversation much more vividly because it wasn't just words. It was an emotional experience. Being patient pays off in the long run. To maximize the effectiveness of mystery, exercise patience, and refrain from revealing everything during the initial conversations. High-value men understand that a gradual attraction often holds greater power than an immediate one. By slowly revealing more about yourself, you keep her interested over time. Each time she interacts with you, she'll want to know a little more, and because you're not revealing everything at once, she'll keep thinking about you between meetings and try to figure you out. This builds tension and anticipation, which makes her miss you even more when you're not around. And the mystery keeps her coming back to find out more about who you are. Anyone can put together a few lines as words are easily acquired. What makes high-value men stand out is their ability to make people feel something in every contact. It's not just what you say, it's how you make people feel. Important men understand that women are emotional beings and how you make them feel during a conversation is far more significant than what you say. Important men don't waste time on small talk. They may do it briefly to start the conversation, but they quickly move on to more important topics by asking deeper questions about her values. What makes her special, and what gets her excited? By introducing highs and lows, they make the conversation emotionally charged. This emotional journey piques her interest and engagement, prompting her to ask thought-provoking questions. One of the best ways to make someone feel something is to ask them. Things that make her think and feel important are important to her. Men don't ask trivial things like, "What's your favorite color?" or "Where do you work?" They ask more in-depth questions like, "What's the most exciting thing you've done in the last year?" "What's something you're passionate about that most people wouldn't know?" These questions take the conversation deeper and make her think about her feelings. By asking her these kinds of questions, you're not only making her think about her own life, but you're also building a connection. She'll feel like you're really interested in getting to know her better, which is rare in today's fast-paced dating world. This emotional depth creates a bond, increasing the likelihood that she will miss you when you're not around. We use stories to make people feel important. Men. You can also use stories to evoke specific emotions in people, but these aren't just any stories. These stories aim to evoke specific emotions in people. For example, if you want to make her feel adventurous, you could tell her about a time you took a spontaneous trip or tried something new and exciting. If you want to make her feel vulnerable, you could tell her about a personal challenge you overcame. The important thing is to make the stories relatable and emotional. When she listens to your talk, you don't want to impress her with your achievements. Instead, you want to make an emotional connection with her that she'll remember long after the conversation is over. When she thinks back on the interaction, she'll remember how you made her feel, not just what you said. Setting up mental hooks. The feeling of a hook is an element of the conversation that she will recall long after it concludes. You can create one by complimenting her at the appropriate moment, teasing her, or even sharing a laugh. High-value men know how to use emotional hooks throughout a conversation to make sure that she remembers them. For example, you could compliment her in a way that is unique and specific, like, "I love how passionate you are about insert topic." It's rare to meet someone with that kind of enthusiasm. This kind of compliment isn't just about her looks, it's about her character, which makes it much more meaningful. She'll think about that compliment later and remember how positive she felt during the conversation. The push-pull dynamic is one of the most powerful tools that high-value guys use. It's the art of being emotionally available in the present moment and then stepping back and making space afterward. High-value men know that too much of anything, even attention, can dull its effects. That's why, after a great conversation, they create distance, not because they're playing games, but because they know the value of space. When they're not with a woman, she has time to think about the conversation and remember how he made her feel. Slowly, she starts to miss him. The key is not to text her or talk to her all the time afterward. High-value guys give her room to breathe and feel what it's like to be without him. This emotional distance helps her realize that she wants more. Why too much communication kills attraction. In the era of instant messaging, it's simple to succumb to the trap of excessive communication. But high-value men know that being available all the time can kill attraction. If you text or answer right away, you don't give her a chance to miss you. There's no suspense, no building up of feelings, and no surprise. High-value men find the right balance by not being too available. They might not respond to a text for a few hours or a day. They know that attraction grows in the silence between interactions, so they don't mean to be rude or distant. When you're not texting her back, she has time to wonder what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're not texting her back. This uncertainty makes her want to see you again. When high-value men end a conversation or interaction, they always leave her wanting more. They don't drag out the goodbye or try to keep the conversation going when it's getting dull. Instead, they end it at a high point, leaving her on an emotional high. Although she didn't get everything she wanted in that interaction, this makes her look forward to the next one. For example, after a wonderful talk, you could say, "I have to run, but I'd love to continue this conversation another time." In addition to ending the conversation on a positive note, this sets the stage for future interactions. She will look forward to seeing you again, but in the meantime, she will miss you. Learning how to use time well. Once you've given her time to miss you, it's crucial to re-engage her in the process. Important men carefully consider when and how they re-enter a woman's life, as timing is crucial. If they reach out too soon, it can kill the spark, but if they wait too long, the emotional link will fade. High-value men find the best balance by getting back together with her at the right time, when she's had time to miss them but hasn't moved on yet. To do this, they need to be adept at reading her emotions and timing. When high-value men want to get back in touch with a woman, they don't just send a casual WhatsApp message. They do it on purpose. To rekindle the emotional connection, they might revisit a specific moment from their previous conversation. This kind of thoughtful re-engagement shows that you're not just reaching out for the sake of it. You're continuing the meaningful interaction that started before re-engaging with depth. When high-value men re-engage, they don't go back to talking about the obvious things. By bringing up a specific topic from the previous conversation, they deepen their emotional connection. For example, if she said she was working on a project, you might ask, "How's that project going?" "I've been thinking about what you said." This shows that you're interested in more than just her looks or basic answers. You want to know what makes her tick. This kind of re-engagement strengthens the emotional bond and makes her even more likely to miss you when you're not around. It shows that you're thoughtful, considerate, and invested in her as a person, which is rare in the dating world today. In conclusion, communication is more than just words. Men aren't just looking for quick, shallow connections. They're building something deeper, and women can tell. This makes them want to stay linked. When high-value men talk to women, they leave an impression that lasts, leaving room for a woman to miss them. When they re-engage, they do so on purpose, deepening the emotional connection each time. If you master these techniques, you'll notice a change in how women respond to you. You won't feel the need to chase or impress them anymore. Instead, women will naturally gravitate toward you, drawn by the mystery, confidence, and emotional impact you create, and most importantly, they'll miss you when you're not there. This video shows that high-value men don't chase women, they attract them. In a world full of problems, setbacks, and obstacles, now is the time to rise up and become the best version of yourself. It's more than just another self-help video. It will show you 5 important masculine habits that will help you solve your problems and live a happier life. It's a plan for making yourself stronger and more durable. Let's jump in and unleash. How much can you do? Stay tuned, because today we're setting the stage for your trip to becoming the great man you were meant to be from birth. 1. Take charge of your thoughts when life throws you problems. The first and most important step is to take charge of your heart. Men often feel like they have too many problems and complain. This not only diminishes their manliness but also exacerbates their problems. How well someone can handle problems determines how outstanding they are, and putting off dealing with small issues will make you weaker. Your mind is your most powerful tool. If you fail to control your mind, it can lead to self-inflicted problems as your thoughts shape your actions. Remember that if you don't control your mind, it will definitely control you, leading you to do bad things and form bad habits. Being aware of the present moment and accepting your feelings and thoughts helps you take charge. This is not a quick fix, but a practice that you need to develop over time. Be aware that your thoughts can cause or prevent events. Your life's path rests on it. 2. Work out every day and train every day. Working out can change your life in many ways, not just how you look. It can also help you feel better and think more clearly. A strong habit that can help you deal with problems and reach your goals is working out every day. When you work out, you not only take care of your body, but you also clear your mind. With the right training, you can solve many problems that seem impossible. Exercise produces endorphins, which make you feel good, oxygenate your body, and clear your mind. You don't have to go to the gym to do this kind of exercise. A brisk walk or a quick workout at home might be enough. The important thing is to stick to it. If you make exercise a part of your daily life, you'll find that many of the problems that used to bother you are easier to solve. You'll also become stronger, more focused, and ready to face the challenges of life. Head on. Don't underestimate the power of daily exercise. It's not just about getting in better shape. 3. Now that you've developed your mental discipline, gotten clearer thinking through daily exercise, and started eating whole foods, it's time to solve the problem in a real way. To get things done, you need to focus on one problem at a time. When you try to do everything at once, you may feel overwhelmed and put off solving the problem. List the things you need to do the night before, and if it's a big problem, break it down into steps you can handle. Setting clear goals at the start of the day can help you stay focused and get more done. It's important to know that the best way to solve a problem is not to do the most important things first, but to keep getting better. Small steps taken with awareness can lead to big results. If you give yourself tasks every day, you'll stay motivated and get closer to your goals over time. Remember that life is a trip and that you are in charge of your own fate. 4. A man's eating habits are crucial to his ability to deal with life's problems. Men, it's time to stop eating harmful food and start eating natural foods. We're not kids or people who have mood swings caused by hormones. When we choose the foods we eat, they have a direct effect on our future both mentally and physically. For example, when you eat processed, unhealthy foods, your body and mind are busy processing these empty calories, which makes you less mentally sharp and able to solve problems. On the other hand, using hunger as a superpower can make you more productive. Working while fasting can make you much smarter, allowing you to deal with problems more effectively. When you do eat, choose natural foods that are high in nutrients. These natural foods should provide 80% of your nutrition for balance. You can occasionally treat yourself with the remaining 20%, but you should always choose to do so rather than succumbing to unhealthy habits. Fasting teaches you to enjoy the taste and health benefits of real, healthy food, which makes you less hungry for unhealthy snacks. Remember that a healthy body is better able to deal with life's problems. Number 5. Earn money. It's an important part of being a manly man to make money. Money can't buy happiness. It can take away the financial stress that's holding you back in a world where money rules. If you don't have enough money, you can't do anything. As a worker, one of your main duties is to make money. Some people attempt to conceal their financial issues by claiming that money is the root of all evil, or that money cannot purchase happiness. However, these are merely strategies they employ to cope with their financial difficulties. Don't fall for this trick. Instead, face it. It's important for your personal growth to learn how to make money. Remember that it's never too late to learn something new and improve your finances. If you join our channel, you will get useful tips and information that will help you become financially successful in the future. Although money isn't everything, it can help you live a more fulfilling life. Stay on track with these habits, and may you succeed even in difficult times. If you thought this video was helpful, please show your appreciation by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. That way you'll be able to stay in touch with us and get more helpful videos in the future.